Hello, this video is what is the meaning of life. I did a video just now where I talked about what would the ramifications of time travel be. You know, once we all get free energy and time machines where we can basically don't have to work, we do whatever we want. And then that's kind of like, well, what's the meaning of life? So I think the meaning of life is basically if you can imagine yourself as a soul before you were born on this planet, and you could do anything you wanted. You could be reincarnated at any time period. You could be reincarnated at the time of Jesus. You could be reincarnated in 500 years in the future. You could be reincarnated as a dog, as a cat, as a fish. Do anything you want. But you choose to be reincarnated on this earth right now. Now this is an interesting time to be alive. Duh. Because it's when the whole change is happening. So this is a cool place to be reincarnated. But just in general, at any time and period, well, I think people would choose to be reincarnated at a certain time and period in a certain place just to have a certain experience that they've never had before. And then to learn what they would do in that situation, and then how they can come out of it. And I think, some people are like, well, why would I put myself in like pain in a painful life, painful world, just for the experience? I think, actually Bashar calls it the rubber band effect. The deeper down in hell you go, the stronger it will rebound up in the sky in heaven. And the more pleasure you'll get in the end. And it's kind of like an analogy of like, oh, a glass of water tastes really good at the end of like a 100-mile bike ride in the hot sun, or you're like a bike race in the hot sun, Maybe people do that, or people hold their breath just so they can let the air out, or people, so as far as living, you'd go down, live a life, and you would be so dark, live in such a dark, so many limitations that your imagination would think, oh my God, how wonderful that would be if we all had world peace, and we could all fly anywhere in the world, and nobody had to work, and like all the women were horny and beautiful, and all kinds of crazy stuff. You name it, And and then what you do is then you catapult into that where it's actually true, and then you're like, oh my God, that's so cool, woo! It's kind of like, and then that would be like life, that'd be awesome. It's kind of like the computer. I'm sure third worlder people are happier than any. There's probably some third worlder people who are happier than the richest people in the first world country in the world today. Because, rich people growing up in the first world, they had everything all along, and they're just like, oh, whatever, I've had this. But imagine somebody like in the third world, and then they don't have anything, all of a sudden you give them a computer with YouTube, and they're like, what? You can, oh my God, look at that, oh my God, look at that, oh my God, look at that. And they're just so thrilled, even though because they get more of a joy out of that because they never had it, it's new for them. So maybe that's what being alive is all about. It's dipping down, holding your breath and then coming up, oh, wow, that's cool. And there's lots of analogies you can do in this life that people do. Let's see, people stretch. You stretch and then it hurts, but then you let go and you can feel the blood flow and you're like, oh, wow, that feels great. And then, let's see, what else, physical stuff. Yeah, so I think that's what the meaning of life is. So it's kind of like three-faceted. One would be getting a new experience, finding out. Another would be finding out what would you do in a certain situation. And another one would be sharing, trying to help other people come figure out stuff in a certain situation. Another one would be like getting yourself so darkened that when you come out in the light, it like feels better. It's kind of like the ultimate drug. Being alive, the ultimate drug, like going down into hell and then popping back. Oh yeah, let's go down into hell again. Woo, hey, that was awesome. And people do that. There's lots of sports that are involved that. Like, how about those people who hold their breaths and hold on to that metal thing that pulls them down underwater. Are they having fun when they're 100 feet below sea level and their lungs are about to burst? I wouldn't imagine. But once they get to the top, they're like, haha, look what I did. Ooh, yeah, you know. Maybe it even feels good physically while all that nitrogen is like oozing out of their skin. So, but anyway, at the end of the day, I think the most important though would be like sharing. That's what being alive is all about. Go down and then just share stories, antidotes with everybody, and then and yeah, enjoying it like that. So I'm a happy guy because I'm happy. All I really need really is a healthy body. So I try to do a little bit of stretching, weightlifting every day. Make sure to drink lots of water, eat healthy, and then I can get to talk to my camera all day long. Because it's really easy to talk to a camera. There's nobody there going. Kind of gets hard when you're talking to somebody who's like that, because then you're like, wait, what am I saying? Am I stupid? And also, you don't even, the people who are like that wouldn't watch your video anyway. People who watch your video are people who at least have a capability of going, oh, cool, and understanding you. And then if they don't understand you and they think you're a dick and they write something, then that's even better. For me, that's even better, because then you can go, oh yeah, well, this, because I always have something witty to say, no matter how rude somebody is. Well, it's not better, actually. I would prefer to have somebody compliment me, but it is cool to have somebody try to argue with me, even though that never happens. But that's another video. People, you'll find that like fundamentalist Christians, they're never going to challenge you because they know that they'll lose if they do. So you're kind of untouchable against those kinds of people. And even atheists, people who believe in disbelief, what are you going to talk to them about? So there's really nothing to fear, really, as far as that goes. But anyways, so it's all about sharing. So it's like maybe we all became alive as soon as YouTube happened, because that's when we could all share everything. You could type in something, ooh, what do I think about monkeys? About purple monkeys with mohawks. Whoa, well, look, there's a guy who likes purple monkeys with mohawks, So anyways, that's about it.